We're rocking tonight. All right, what do we got here? Let's see. We're here. We're back to the old Shlicketty DooCast. Whoopity sloppity goppity. My host, my lady lumps. That's me. I'm Aaron Forsyth. And I got my buddy Mike. He'll be coming on in a second here, but I don't even know what episode it is. I don't care anymore. We're just making a whole bunch. 83? Is that it? Sounds right. Who cares? We're just making a bunch of them. We're going to jam them down your windpipe. Choo-choo train. Here we go. Speaking of which, here's my train buddy. Here he goes. Here he goes. Oh, wait, we lost the orb of truth. The orb of truth has died on the vine. Mike, help me out. Here I am.
All right.
It's too cold.
Let me grab that.
All right, we're going to have to, we'll NASCAR pit stop. We'll put that little sumbitch, we'll put that, put him on the thing. Maybe we'll get the Orb of Truth back later on during the episode. Maybe bring her on in.
This is the hardest part.
I know. Yeah, on those little tabs, they put these little rubber, like on your phone. Sometimes you see them, those little rubber things. They put them on top of the plug-ins, and you need like lobster claws to get them up. All right. So Mike's at it. We did it. All right, Mike. So we braved the cold here. It was a complete whiteout to get here.
It is fairly wintertimey at this point.
Wow. Thank God I had new tires. Just an ordeal. That's whatever. Who cares? But I got the tires out of the way. Now I got a car. I'm moving along. But yeah. Man, I got home from work today, and then I'm shoveling out there, and the wind's blowing, taking your breath away, and you're just motherfucking. I'm angry, and I'm like losing my breath, and my heart's pumping, and and it's you ever. How annoying is it? Like you shovel, and then you take a whole bunch of snow and you throw it to your left, and the wind goes and blows it back in your face.
Right back in your face.
Oh, jeez. See, this is what you get for living in Erie. Know who else knows about it? Sarah Palin. She knows. She lives up there in Alaska. She knows all that stuff.
Apropos of nothing, just bringing out the old Sarah Palin bendable figure.
Yeah, I think we should take Sarah Palin out of the bendable figure thing. I'm gonna rip open it so we can have.
It's yours. You bought it. I mean, I don't know how much of a collector's item it'll be.
I know. I don't think anyone cares. I got it for 50 cents at a yard sale. It says "You Betcha" right here. Sarah Palin, you betcha. Look, it's bendable.
You know what? Actually, here I got the GoPro running here. I'm gonna grab a stunt shot.
A stunt shot. Close up of Sarah Palin. Ooh, you betcha. I can see Russia from my backyard. Ah, hoity-toity. Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. We ran the GoPro a little bit, got some usage out of it.
There we go, yeah. And this will please all our, here, we'll make her a little bow like it. There. Yeah, we'll give her weird legs. Get Sarah Palin in there. That's our little contribution to politics. That's about as far as we're going to go with politics. So, how you doing, everybody? Thanks for tuning back on in. We braved the snow. We got here. We did it. Mike co-piloted me through the snow.
Yeah, it's been a really weird day weather-wise. Yeah. Like, it seemed fairly stable, and then right 10 minutes before I was leaving work, I happened to look out the window, and I'm like, holy cats. It's like you said, like full-on, like Hoth whiteout. And I'm like, what? And it was sort of crappy. It was crappy driving to work this morning because we had like icy rain the other night.
Yeah.
And then it all froze over and snowed.
Yeah, so underneath all that powder puff bluster, guys, is ice. I mean, we're talking lily pads of death.
Dude, I was driving to work this morning, taking the main roads, and I'm going up Zook, and it's going uphill and whatever. I'm behind, there's the snow plows, a couple cars, a school bus, a couple cars, there's a whole bunch of us on here, right? You get stopped at one of the traffic lights somewhere, 38th Street, whatever. Go, I can't get enough traction to go.
So you're...
Yeah, and it's like...
And were you wiggling? Were you going left and right?
It wasn't like the vehicle was sliding around, but it just wasn't getting the traction to get going.
Yeah, that's why you got to move your steers.
Yeah, and always the default move is to sort of get out of the tracks a little bit into the powdery snow on the sides a little bit. So that was annoying. And then we got up to the top of the hill, another light up there at Grandview, and it's like I'm in the left-hand turning lane. could not get it going to go. You know,
and then cars behind you. I mean, they understand, but still,
well, I got to get there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ended up leaving late, and later than I wanted to, and then the car's behind me. I got the arrow, because they're coming up over the hill, and they're like, and so it just makes you be like, go, go, go. You want to go, 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 but you can't. So all you can do is just, vroom, 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 and try to get a little bit of.
You got to putter. You got to do baby steps the whole way, and it's frustrating because you're late. You're frustrated, and you want to gun it, but you can't gun it. And it's
super. But then getting out of work was kind of much the same. Like, I knew it was going to be bad, but I figured they probably had the trucks out all day, so I really went slow. I was going 20 miles an hour the whole way home. And so was everybody else.
Yeah, that's the problem. I was finally coming to get you. I was like, Jesus, it was taking too long. It took me 45 minutes to get over there.
Wow.
Just because the people are just driving slow.
Yeah.
Which I was too. We all were. But, okay, it's cool. I'm okay with the driving slow part.
Well, it's like we said last episode. I mean, driving on the snow, and especially the ice, it's like driving a hovercraft. There's no friction to affect anything, to slow down, change direction, anything. It's like you get the momentum going in a certain direction. That's where you're going.
You betcha.
You betcha. Yeah, I did some shoveling when I got home, too, and then I threw down some calcium chloride.
Yeah.
Magnesium chloride? Maybe it's magnesium chloride.
Magnesium?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, pure borax.
I forget which one it is. Maybe calcium chloride is a poisonous gas.
That'd be kind of funny. Mustard gas.
Maybe it's magnesium chloride. No, actually, it was. I think it's if you combine. It's a photographic development.
Okay.
You got developer fluid, and then you got fixer fluid. And if the two touch, it starts making the chlorine gas. It's one of the gases that they used in World War I.
Oh, mustard gas, yeah.
Not mustard gas.
But one of those,
yeah. Yeah, there were like three
those
gases.
Nerve agents.
Yeah, because
they banned, like, no country's going to use this kind of stuff anymore.
Oh, yeah, it was a bad scene.
Yeah, everyone was in agreement. Yeah, that's a little too much.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah, some ice melt. You know what I mean? Ice melt, whatever you use, salt, rock salt, whatever. The calcium chloride's better. You got to use a little bit more, and it's a little more expensive. I can't even put that
down because I got pets, and it's like they get on the, you don't want to fuck with the dogs.
No, that is true. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do then? Do you just do
I just shovel. I shovel, but now we have a thingy, but there technically wasn't enough to even do that.
That's the only saving grace is that it really only has been like, I don't know, that much snow.
Yeah, it's just blowing around and it's cold as F.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold. I got these gloves that I wear. They're kind of like, padded work gloves or whatever, And they're good for when it's chilly, 40 or 50 degrees. But when it's this cold, no, they don't work. So today I busted out. I went and got, when I was working at the fishing place, I got ice fishing gloves.
There you go. Yeah, ice fishermen know how to do it.
Yeah, I figured if anybody I need it to keep me warm for maybe 40 minutes while I'm doing shoveling after a blizzard. But if the ice fishermen, they got it together to keep themselves warm for 10 hours.
Like the football tailgaters, they put those little things in there, those little heat things in there.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Yeah. Actually, I've seen gloves that have little pockets for those.
Uh-huh.
People used to come in and buy those all the time at the hardware store.
Oh. They do have, I know, the girlfriend was looking on Amazon. She was looking at one of those vests, and in the vest had a USB chargeable, it had heating coils in it.
Yeah, why not?
I know. I was like, geez, is that where we're going? Like electric coats?
Is Tina cold all the time?
Yeah. Especially she's lost a lot of weight, so she's a little thin, and she has what they call Raynaud's, something with the fingers.
Really?
She'll have like one finger that'll turn all white.
Huh.
Because the circulation, like the cold weather, doesn't, So she gets it real bad. But,
Yeah, my girlfriend's cold all the time. We keep the house at normally 66.
Oh, that's kind of cold.
Yeah, maybe.
As long as you don't get drafts. But
no, there's no drafts because we got those new windows and stuff a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's fairly solid that way.
Depends, yeah. A drafty 66 is horrifying.
Yeah.
But a tight 66, all right.
Yeah, and also don't forget, my living room, TV room is on the second floor.
Yeah. So you get lift.
Yeah, that's where all the heat. So it'll be you keep it at 66 and it's comfortable when you're upstairs hanging out watching TV on the computer. Then you're like, oh, you're gonna run downstairs. You go downstairs and you're like, it's a little chilly. Yeah. The basement's chilly.
Oh, yeah. We run a solid 71.
Do you?
Across the board, 71.
Yeah, they run that about at work too, and I honestly I can't take it. I end up wearing shorts at work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'll do like I did here. Like I
Yeah, you're always running hot, though.
Yeah, I have shorts, and then so I just put the pants over top to be outside and doing that stuff. When I get to work or here, I can just take the pants off. And
Yeah, you people don't understand what it's like living in the tundra.
everything is such a hassle.
It is. I find, know what I would be all right with? I could almost handle it. I could handle 6 months of this shit. It doesn't matter. It's the lack of sunlight. It's like I get out at 5. I open my door from my office, walk outside, it's dark at 5 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah.
It stinks.
I was thinking about that the other day. The fact that I get out at 4 is really a saving grace.
It is. Yeah, you get a little bit of
A little bit, yeah.
sunset. But yeah. When I walk out at 5 and it's dark, it's just like,
It sucks.
oh, man.
I remember that when I was out in Arizona working for the bank.
Yeah.
The first job I had there. And there were times where if we were out of compliance, it was mandatory overtime. So it was like you either come in and work on Saturday, at least a half a day, or you end up staying like an hour or 2 hours. I think you had to get minimum of 10 hours of overtime per week.
Jeez.
So you'd stay like 2 extra hours. And it was like in the winter. So it was like dark when I went to work and dark when I got out. And that was mandatory overtime for like 10 months.
I mean, there's money involved, but it's still like, oh, it's depressing. I need sunlight.
It was soul crushing.
Yeah, I don't even care that it's cold. The cold doesn't bug me. It's the sun. And I'm even eating vitamin D. I'm trying to survive it, try not to be depressed and cranky.
You doing a multivitamin?
No, I just do vitamin D.
You should do a multivitamin. I got to start taking my multivitamins too, because I find it does help like even things out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I got to take some like men over 40.
That's
vitamins,
what I do. Yeah.
I got to find the old timer. The Ted Danson fucking
Men over 50 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the one I usually end up getting. I'm like, why not? It's like if you got a cat, do you get the kitten chow or do you get the
Sure.
older
But
cat?
I always in my thing, I take my every day.
Oh yeah, you got a little pillow.
I always every other day I take an extra zinc, and every day I take a vitamin D.
Yeah, and that's all fine. But I mean,
Because that's really all you need: zinc to keep your immune system going, and vitamin D to keep
not really. I mean, there's potassium.
everything else you get in your food.
There's potassium. I can't eat things that have potassium in them.
Oh.
Like, oftentimes just eating a banana can sort of make me sick in my stomach. Like pineapple. I like bananas. I like pineapples. But when I eat them...
Do you really know that you're missing, like, if they were to take your numbers, would they go, Mike, you need potassium? What is potassium going to do for you?
I think it's just one of those minerals, like you need the zinc, the iron, there's like 5 that you sort of need,
Yeah. Well, back when my thyroid shit to bed and everything like that, my doctor would, my endocrinologist was doing my numbers and everything, and periodically was like, at one point, my vitamin D level was so low that it was almost like bad.
Oh, okay.
And then she suggested, why don't you take a or take a vitamin D thing. So I've been doing it for 3 years since.
But also, I mean, taking the pill...
Because I don't get out in the sun.
Yeah, taking the pill isn't the same as getting out in the sun.
No. And there is something to be said about just getting sunlight. Even, like, I loved it when it was freezing outside, but it's sunny, so you're sitting in your car and you take like a car nap. You ever take a car nap?
Since Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving was fairly snowy, but since Thanksgiving, I mean, it's been dreary and cold and blowy and dark. And we get snow, but it hasn't been a lot.
Yeah.
It hasn't been where you need to really break out the snowblower at this point.
No.
I mean, barely shoveling.
Yeah.
It's more like just snow plowing with the shovel.
Yeah, it's just pushing the mush.
Yeah, just pushing it off the driveway a little bit. But the sun's been shining a lot of the days.
Yeah.
So it really hasn't been bad. I mean, if that's the way winter was, which maybe that's the way it is in some places like Colorado or Salt Lake City or something like that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like this is all I know, so I guess anywhere else. I remember winter in North Carolina was like,
yeah.
They shut down the city over a little grazing, and I was like, you guys are wusses.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
But it was hilly, and they don't have guardrails. I get it.
And the two big things, they don't have winter tires.
Right.
And they don't know how to drive in the snow.
Right. Yeah. So everyone's, and they, and school buses they're panicking. Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember when I was like 15 or something like that. It snowed in like Northern Virginia where my aunt and uncle lived, and they were like, oh, it was, we had to cancel school and everything. And I remember laughing at them then. And
Yeah.
then it happened later when I was in my early 20s. I remember I was in college then, and it snowed in Atlanta. And Atlanta was like crippled.
Yeah. Every now and then you'll hear like a Texas snow or an Atlanta snow. Yeah.
Well, we used to, sometimes out there in Phoenix land, you get some snow like up in like North Scottsdale.
Yeah. Up in the mountains.
Well, definitely the mountains. Yeah, a couple of years ago, one of the last couple of years I was out there. Yeah, the high mountains would be snow capped.
Yeah.
Because there's the northern range and then the eastern range.
Sure.
And then, but yeah, it was cool because the mountains had like white caps, and it was
Nice.
like, oh, it's cool,
And that's where the richer folk go and ski?
No, up there where those peaks are is like Flagstaff.
Oh, okay.
It's like 2 hours north.
Yeah. Huh.
But
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just all I know. So really, anybody,
Yeah.
anybody else's snow, other than, like I'm not going to Siberia anytime soon or Alaska, but,
yeah,
it's, I mean, if you're from like Erie or Buffalo or Syracuse, we're hardened. We can handle it.
I got very used to not dealing with it out there in Arizona.
Yeah, you had a 20-year fucking free-for-all.
Yeah, when I first got out there, my brother says to me, the only time we're going to deal with ice now is in our drinks. And I was like, nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, true to a certain degree, because my girlfriend had friends that had a ranch up north and then east out to the edge of the New Mexico border.
Yeah.
And so that's up in high country. And we went up there one year for like, I don't know.
And doesn't it like late at night, like when the sun goes down, it gets cold out in those deserts?
Oh, it gets vacuum of space cold.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way the whole desert is.
Yeah.
When it's in wintertime, like it could be the 21st century. It doesn't matter, man. If you end up in a bad way, unprepared out in that desert for any reason,
Yeah.
it's no different than the 1860s. Wow. You could die so easy. Like yeah.
Who would want to live there? Why do people? I never understood why do people want to live in the desert. Well, the other one that fascinates me is why in the fuck do you live in Florida? I mean, I get it, but it's a swamp. You're building on mushy ground. It's like, you idiots.
I guess New Orleans sort of the same way, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's warm. That's cool. All right, fine. But I mean, I don't know. It just seems like if I was a city planner, I'd be like, hey guys, why don't we move up the hill?
Well, they didn't know back then.
Yeah.
I mean, New Orleans has been there before this was the United States.
Oh yeah, the French.
Yeah.
French had that. That was
Well,
their,
your peeps.
huh?
Your peeps.
The French Canadians
Well, your what would you say? Your great grandfather was a fur trapper
from
Canadian?
French Canada, but that was like Quebec and them.
That's the same thing.
Same folks.
Yeah, because what they were doing was they'd be up around here, where we're from. That's why they named this place Presque Isle and everything. And then they'd get on the boats and they'd get on the river.
Oh, they take the river down the Mississippi.
Right, because that's down in Pittsburgh. The Monongahela and the Allegheny meet to become the Ohio River. The Ohio River goes over and goes around the bottom of the state of Ohio. That's the southern border of Ohio.
Yeah, but there's got to be waterfalls
And it links up with the Mississippi. And then the Mississippi goes down to New Orleans.
So in theory, I could get in a fucking barrel and I could go from the Monongahela all the way down.
Is that it? Did I say it wrong? Oh, no, that's right.
Well, one of the three rivers. Let's just say, call it.
Monongahela and the Allegheny.
Right. So you could take that and go all the way down?
Yeah. That's how they used to ship goods around the country.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. But
That
it goes
or the
all the way. There's no breaks, no levels. There's no how on the Panama Canal they have the locks?
The locks, yeah.
Do they have any of that?
No, I think naturally it's a bit of a downhill slope. It's just the direction that the river's flowing.
Sure.
So the river's flowing from the north to the south.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you can't bring anything up that way. But I think that was a whole thing because when they come in the St. Lawrence Seaway, and then through Lake Ontario, and then Lake Erie, right? And then Huron and.
I don't know. We have our own version of history here.
No, but that was the whole thing. The French Canadian fur traders. That's why New Orleans was a French city.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole area was from France.
Jean. They're talking French.
Yeah, because then we bought it from them in 1803. We bought it from Napoleon.
Actual Napoleon?
1803, he was in charge.
Yeah.
I think he needed to fund one of his campaigns.
Oh. What was he funding? Who was he fighting then?
I don't know if he was fighting anybody or it was like when he was doing the Egypt campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Which you got to figure that's pretty expensive. He had a massive army just cruising around Egypt, taking a look around. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, you and I watched that Napoleon movie on Thanksgiving that one year.
Oh, yeah, the Ridley Scott one.
Yeah, and I actually learned stuff from him. I didn't realize he was tied into Egypt like that, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think he was obsessed with that the way Hitler was obsessed with the like the Ark of the Covenant and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They were big on like occulty sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was the same sort of thing with Napoleon.
Huh.
But I think those are some of the earliest like records that we have, like sort of the modern age of like Egypt. Because like they talk about how when Napoleon's soldiers got down there and they came across the Sphinx was buried up to its face.
Yeah, they dug it out.
They dug out a little bit of it, I think.
Well,
but
how'd they get? Yeah.
It got dug out by archaeologists over the years.
Yeah.
But once Napoleon brought back word of it, you know, and it got run in like, I don't know, National Geographic or whatever magazines were around back then, or books, I'm sure.
Books. They didn't have National Geographic.
Well, they had magazines.
They didn't have magazines.
Yeah,
Napoleon didn't have magazines.
Periodicals, yeah.
Periodicals?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Dude, that was a big thing in the Revolutionary War time, which was the mid-1700s. They were like newspapers, and Ben Franklin got famous for putting out Poor Richard's Almanac.
True.
Printing was a big thing.
True, and there was always stories to be had. There's always tales.
Yeah, and everybody in the early colonial days here in America, they were all putting out gazetteers and daily journals and
Yeah.
you know all
Yeah,
sorts.
were the French doing it too?
They of course they had to be.
They had to have been.
I mean, so since the Renaissance in the mid 1500s, when Gutenberg around then figured out the printing press, printing went nuts. And that was the whole thing with Queen Elizabeth and her father Henry VIII. When they got like a printing press in England, they're like, we're going to take every book we can find and print it in English.
Oh.
So that's what they started doing, was this massive public works process to get people reading in English. Because at the time, a lot of England was speaking French.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Because there were a lot of big, you know.
They wanted their own form of nationalism, to build their own language and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Their own social identity.
Yeah, Henry VIII made a big push of it. That's why our English Bible is the King James Version. King James was James I of Scotland, who became king after Queen Elizabeth.
Right.
So it was probably a translation that started in Henry VIII's time, went through Elizabeth. King James was on the throne by the time it got done, so that's why we have the King James Version of the Bible. Anyway, there's a dumb fact for you today.
We're learning. We're learning. We're not all idiots here. So what's going on?
Speaking of which.
All right.
So I dug into, we'll just talk about this real quick for a second, because it's probably not interesting to anybody. Chris Stefano, Giannis Papa, which I'm
History
so dumb.
hyenas, right?
History Hyenas. Have you listened to that before?
I have. I haven't lately.
I only know of it a little bit because those guys were on podcasts and they mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
So today I dug into it and I brought it up on YouTube and I watched a couple of episodes of it.
Right.
It's sort of like, I jotted down, it's so dumb. I don't know why I thought I would learn anything from this.
You are. Chris Stefano thinks, he's an idiot.
They're like,
He's a pleasant idiot, but I mean, he always gets it wrong.
Him and Giannis Papas.
This is a little more believable though.
But they spend 20 minutes telling you how they're going to fill your head full of good knowledge that they've got.
Right.
They're talking, and then it's like 3 minutes of talking about the actual topic.
Yeah.
Then they get off topic on something else random.
That's kind of their idea.
And they're all fired up about it, but it's not, they're not, I was like, cool. If you're a nerd and you're into this stuff, tell me a story. Like,
no, he doesn't. No.
It's like they're just spouting random facts, and they're not even right.
No.
Episode 2, they're talking
it's like,
about.
I think they Googled, or I think they just say, it's like the Cliff Note. They barely read the Cliff Notes stoned.
The first, I guess the first episode is just an introduction. It's just them yapping. And the second episode was them talking about Vikings.
Oh, God.
And then the third episode was the American Revolution.
Oh, boy.
So, I was hoping that it would be like, like they're gonna like tell me an interesting story, a couple of interesting tales, or no.
Well, you can tell Chris Stefano's definitely going to get it wrong. I didn't know. I would think Giannis Papas would at least be a little bit more schooled.
He's sort of the equivalent of me, but neither one of them are like bringing anything much to it. It's not like they read a book about something.
No.
They just have general knowledge.
Right.
Right. And I have better general knowledge than they do.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And they're just yelling about things.
Yeah.
Another one with the yelling is God, what do they call it? Taste buds. With Sal Volcano and
well, that's because
DeRosa.
that's Joe DeRosa's going to yell at them all.
They're just yelling at each other.
Yeah, because they're
my
buddies and they
I know.
short fuses.
But it's funny. But they're yelling about food stuff. Like they had a video. It was like they were arguing over which is better, combos or Doritos. You know what I mean? It's so stupid.
Right.
Speaking of the stupid, that Stavros and the Are You Garbage Guys. That new app that came out this morning. I was listening to that driving to work this morning.
Yeah.
And so what do you make of it? Stavros was yelling at them because they were traveling in the airport early, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and they were having soda pop so for breakfast they said that they
because Foley was trying to drink a Diet Coke in the morning.
Yeah, but they were saying that they were getting the triumvirate. They were getting water, they were getting coffee, and then they were getting like a Diet Coke or whatever.
Yeah. You don't drink cola before 11 a.m.
So you're taking the Stavy point of view, huh?
Yeah. I'm 100%
Stavros is like, what are you going to do, wash down your scrambled eggs with that? Like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for I would have, I would be with Stavio on that one, except for I would have pushed more water. I say you got to have water because you're probably hungover.
Right, right.
You need the water and you need the coffee.
Yeah, you definitely need to hydrate up.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's one thing when you live out in the desert. You got to hydrate up more than you think you do. Because if you don't, you'll learn quick because it's painful.
Well, you don't drink coffee, so the Diet Coke would be your equivalent of the coffee.
I mean, I've had times where I flew in on international flights and you land in a JFK at 6 a.m. Dude's selling beer. I'm having a beer.
True.
I don't care if it's 6 a.m. here. You know what I mean? I just got done with work from wherever I left.
Yeah. Yeah, I never was an airport drinker, really. I have before, but I'm not. I never, because I was always kind of like, I want to be focused. But if you got a long layover, okay, you got 4 hours, you got to sit there. I understand it.
Yeah.
But some people are like my girlfriend. She likes an airport drink. She likes a plain beer or a plain mixed drink.
Yeah, same with mine. Yeah,
they do that. That's just part of the ritual.
But my girlfriend's like a world traveler. Like she's into it. She knows what she's doing. She's good at it and that sort of stuff. Like she's been on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, I never saw the need to drink though. I always feel like you could drink when you get to where you're going, have a drink and reward yourself. I never understood why convolute the system by drinking on the way. It's kind of like we're on a treasure hunt. Let's get loaded and try to find the treasure.
I've never gotten loaded with the drinking. I'll drink at the airport. I don't usually drink on the plane.
And never enough time.
No, it's not even that. It's depending on where you're going, there's plenty of time.
Expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I never know if they're going to charge me or not, and it's always only like half chilled. Like obviously, I need my beer fucking cold. I put ice cubes in it.
Yeah.
So if they give me a slightly chilled, beer that's been in the fridge for 2 hours, I'm not going to like it at that point anyway.
And what about those little things of alcohol? Like you can go, okay, give me a cranberry.
I don't normally drink alcohol.
I mean, if I was still a drinker, I would probably go back to that. I'll bring a couple of little things of Tito's and this maybe spike your ginger ale or something. But I'm not really a drinker anymore, so I don't.
I mean, definitely when we're in the airport, in between, we'll get checked in, get our bags checked, and then the girlfriend's like, let's go. Like she's got it planned out where we usually have about hour and a half, 2 hours in between, the flight thing, like on a layover, which is the perfect amount of time to go get some food because you can't
find your gate and then you go, okay, we know where we're going. Okay, let's go to Chili's.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, we can sit down. We usually have like, if I'm drinking, I'll have like 2 beers. She'll have like
start. Yeah,
she'll have like maybe 2 glasses of wine.
Because one's kind of a waste. I like 2. I like the 2-drink buzz. 3-drink buzz is always like, ooh.
I don't ever really get too much of a buzz off of it. It's usually just, I don't know, something to do. I figure it sort of takes the edge off. And it's not like I'm drinking aggressively either. Like I could pound a beer in like, I don't know, 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
So, in that layover time, I could get aggressive and probably get 3 to 5 in me. And,
Sure.
And when you drink that many in within an hour, you get a bit of a buzz.
Then that was also my other problem too. I didn't want to get up and start having a piss all the time. So, if you drink in the airport, oh, my plane's going to be here in a half an hour. I better have 2 more to go. By the time you get seated, oh shit, I got to piss. Excuse me, sir, can you move? I got to go pee.
Oh, I've definitely had that. I've definitely had that.
I dry out in a weird way.
Where it's like right after we take off, we're still ascending and the seatbelt light is on. I'm like, I got to piss. And I get up and they're like, the seatbelt sign's on. I'm like, I know. And you go.
That guy.
And you got to sort of steady yourself and whatnot. And it's a bit of a hassle, but.
All because you drank.
Yeah, but that's kind of when, I don't know. Because usually it's so expensive in the airport.
That was the thing for me. Even when I had a lot of money, I was still like, I don't know.
Because if it's me by myself, I'm probably not going to be drinking.
Yeah.
When I'm with the girlfriend's like, all right, we dropped out the bags. Let's go to the restaurant. Let's get some food. Let's get some drinks in us. Because they're not going to feed you on the plane. Otherwise,
they don't really feed you anymore.
It could be all day.
A biscotti or a little thing of pretzels.
Yeah.
Delta pretzels.
It hardly helps. But anyway, so it's usually the girlfriend spearheading the effort, and she's got it planned out, and I just usually roll with her because she knows what she's doing. So and it usually goes fairly easy. But yeah, I don't drink aggressively. I'm not trying to get drunk. I can't remember being drunk on an airplane. I think it would annoy me being on an airplane while I'm drunk. I would just get cranky about it or something.
Yeah, I remember doing a red eye from Cleveland once, and I was coming from Charlotte to Cleveland or something. And I did a red eye. I did a drink. I remember drinking once, getting kind of loaded, but I don't know.
I mean, if I could definitely sort of get to that sweet spot where you just sort of chilled out and settled in.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where we're at. I'd be okay with that. Honestly, sometimes you can get that with gummies.
True. Back when I was traveling a lot, that shit wasn't around, but now it is. You might as well just eat an edible and fucking float and just
because out in Arizona it's legal, so we got some for the plane flight, and man, we were just before we went into the airport, we were standing on the corner with all our bags and just mouth.
So how does that work? So how do they, if you go through customs, okay, it's legal in Arizona. So you're flying from Arizona, let's say, where you're going to, I don't know, where is it not legal? Pennsylvania.
I think we were going directly to Charlotte, the hub, or whatever.
Right. So
basically, here's what it is. So it's legal in Arizona. We're in Arizona. We've got it. We go to the airport. We get out of the car. We go over to whatever the smoking area is or whatever. Bust out the little thing. It's broken up into 10 pieces. Because you can see how many pieces it is and what the total milligrams is, so you know how much it is per thing. Usually it ends up being 10 milligrams per piece.
Okay.
So the girlfriend likes 20 milligrams. That does her good. 40 milligrams does me pretty good. But in this case, we had 10 of them, and so we didn't want to take it with us in there. So she had 4, I had 6. We just mowed them and then threw the wrapper away. Then we went into the airport. So we get all checked in, we go to the restaurant, we sit down, we eat, have a couple of drinks, feeling pretty good. By the time we get on the plane and sit down, I'm I turn her in the seat, I think we were across the aisle, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so high.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think I've ever really eaten an edible. No, I haven't really.
It's nice on the sativa ones. Boy, the indica ones, that's bedtime.
Yeah.
Out in Arizona, I wanted to try one, so I'm like, oh, let's see what an indica one's like, get really high. Nope. It was sleepy.
Yeah,
I could not.
roofie.
I could not maintain consciousness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I'd like to have some just for the one day where it's I got to get up tomorrow. I got to go to sleep. So I need to calm down, let me have an edible. But yeah, I've never really done it. It's never been my thing.
And that's the thing, because they're 10 milligrams each, you can sort of regulate where you're at on it, So you can just take one with 10 milligrams. You probably won't feel it other than you'll feel really relaxed. I'll tell you what, the first time I ever had them, we were flying. We flew from Phoenix to, I don't know, LAX or something like that, or San Dimas, airport. I took the sativa gummies. made me so just even-tempered and content. I was just okay with everything, and it felt great. There was no worry. There was no anxiety.
Yeah.
I remember getting on the plane, sitting in my seat, and getting all buckled in, and I'm on an aisle seat, and I know it's a short flight, and I'm like, I think I was working at Amazon at the time on the phones, which was kind of really stressful and awkward. So it was like, I am perfectly happy to just sit here in this seat for the next 2 hours. No one's going to ask me any questions. Nobody expects anything from me. I don't have to do anything.
Sure.
Felt great, you know? And I was just like, okay. Like it just sort of, so I imagine if you took like a 10 milligram, it would probably feel like that. It'd just be like pretty like, nice and even. It's nice.
Yeah, it's
if you
never
took
been
20,
my thing, but
you might
I'll
start
do
to
it
feel
when
like
I
a buzz.
retire, maybe. When I'm not working anymore and it's nothing going, maybe.
A lot of retirees.
Yeah, I
like
could
to do
see
it.
myself doing that, but I'm not now. No, I don't get nervous flying either. I love flying. Flying is one of my favorite things in the world to do. So
Really?
yes, I love it. It's incredible. It's amazing. I have a good time. I'm smiling ear to ear.
I used to when I first was doing it, and then at one point I had a claustrophobia set in, and I think it was related to like a nicotine fit sort of thing. It was back when I was
could be
smoking
that.
and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I did have more discomfort back when I smoked. But
Yeah.
no, now that I don't smoke, God, no, it's fine.
It used to be hard. Like the first time we went to Brazil, like that was really hard with the not smoking.
Yeah, I remember having mints and gums and things, and like trying to fidgety things. Oh, I better get a Rubik's cube for my hands. You
Yeah,
know?
I remember when I went to England, I was trying to quit smoking. So I had a carton of cigarettes, and instead of having the whole carton, I just took them all out of the carton and just stuck them in the suitcase wherever.
Yeah.
And then I got some of that nicotine gum.
Yeah.
Because it was like, all right, I'm going to try and quit smoking with the gum. Because I'm going to need to do it in the airport and on the airplane anyway. So I'll just try and keep it going the whole time I'm in England with the gum, you know? But in case I don't, we'll bring a carton of cigarettes, you know, which is 10 packs. We're going to be there for about 10 days.
Pack a day. That's a lot.
That's what I smoked back in the day. That's what you smoked too.
Well, no, I was a half a pack. I only was a pack because a girlfriend would go. I'd have to give her one when I smoked one. So, but in theory, we were only a half a pack.
Back
If it
when
was
you were in
just
high
me.
school and shit, you were probably doing a pack a day.
Yeah, but that was before American Spirits. Those were Marlboros. Marlboros, they burn
drinking.
quick.
Yeah,
American
they do.
Spirits were nice and slow.
That is true. Because that's what I was doing. Was I doing the American Spirits? I either had like Marlboro Lights or I was on the American.
Yeah,
Spirits.
Marlboros burn like too quick. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because I remember I got pulled over. The customs guy. I'm in there with the airport with the girlfriend, and I'm like, watch. I usually get pulled out of line for an extra look at the airport, sort of thing. And so the guy goes, "Step over here. Let me see what's in your bag." I don't know if he heard me or it's just you got long hair, you got the look,
Yeah.
Which I always figure that I never have anything going on, so I'm always like whatever.
Yeah.
So I remember the guy opened up my suitcase, and he finds all the nicotine gum. And he's like, "What's up with this?" I'm like, "Trying to quit." And then he finds like a pack of cigarettes, and he goes, "I thought you were quitting." I'm like, "I'm trying to quit." You know? And then he finds another pack, and another pack, and then he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "All right, I had a whole carton, but I didn't want to put the whole carton in like a brick, so I just sprinkled him in there." And he's like, he sort of laughed. He's like, "All right,
Is that illegal to travel with cigarettes?
No.
No, I don't think so. I always traveled with them. I had them in my carry-on.
yeah." I mean, if you had a lot, yeah. This was my carry-on.
Yeah.
Because I think what I did was I had, I had gear in a check bag or something like that. No, I don't know. I forget. It's a long time ago. Anyway,
We
it
gotta
doesn't
fly. We gotta fly somewhere. I need to fly. I need to fly again. Yeah, my New York trip was the last time I flew. I need to do another flight.
I would love to go on a trip with you and the girlfriends.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's go to England. Get your
Oh,
passport.
that's way too much. I can't afford that though.
Get your
I mean,
passport.
unless somebody's fucking ponying up, but I don't. Yeah, I can't afford that.
Get your passport. We'll save up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll set aside like $100 a month.
$100 a month. Yeah, $100 a month.
I mean, it'll take a while, but
Yeah. I know. I don't know. I'd like to go anywhere. I just like flying. I think it's marvelous. I think it's the height of sci-fi, man. It's just awesome.
it is. I generally don't have a problem with the actual flying, other than I get
Gets
the
a little
cluster.
peoply.
I get well. I'm actually. It's the same all the time.
Yeah.
It's always the same people. It's always the same smells. It's always
That's true.
coffee smell. It's always the business guys reading the paper, and
Oh yeah, people watching is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was people watching this one guy. He was a lawyer, and he has his laptop up, and he was writing a review for somebody who was potentially up to be partner.
Huh.
So it was like a performance review sort of thing.
Huh.
He was writing, it's always interesting with the people watching on the planes. But yeah, I get the anxiety a little bit these days and shit. So the girlfriend's going out of town for a couple of months. Yeah, I told you about it last time. So she's going up to her friend's place up in Oregon, because her friend and husband are going to Europe for 3 months.
Oh, she's gonna house sit. That's right.
Yeah, man, I would love to go to Europe for 3 months.
Oh, yeah, imagine that.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We should go to England. Dude, England is dope. There's so much cool shit. You dig England. You like English history and stuff. You find
I mean, I blend right in. It's fine.
Yeah, you dig it. Yeah, you're as
Cool
English
with
as
it.
I am. Yeah.
Cool with it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much stuff to see over there, man. Like just around England itself, but then also just in London. Like there's so many museums and historical buildings and stuff like that. It is fascinating.
I'd like to. I sound like an idiot here. I've never been to California.
You know what? I love California.
I think that's the promised land. It might be the answer.
It's so expensive.
I know, but if you can afford it, it's the place to be. California's got to be the greatest place on earth.
It is. It is.
Especially along the coast up north.
It is. I love it.
I know.
I
think it's the answer, but I can't afford the answer. That New York City, I love New York City, but that you go New York City, I'm going to do a year in New York City, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
I would just do one solid year, and then go somewhere peaceful.
California's great.
Yeah.
Even the places that we were up to, which was, like I said, you flew into San Dimas, which is where Charvel Guitars were started. That's where Bill and Ted went to high school. Theoretically, they filmed it all around Phoenix.
Yeah.
But we flew into San Dimas, and then a little bit up from there, my girlfriend's friend April used to live out there. Now they're up in Oregon, but they used to live down there by Pismo Beach.
Pismo Beach. We know that from Bugs Bunny.
Yep. Yeah.
Pismo Beach.
Yeah, so it was right by Pismo Beach. Beautiful. I mean, just beautiful out there, California. And we were driving up through, it's that whole like Santa Barbara area. It's like wine country and stuff like that.
I know. And then just seeing the coast, and yeah, I know. I always had just weird fantasies of like, just getting like, riding a motorcycle across the highway and seeing the ocean to the left and the fucking mountains to the right.
That's exactly where we were.
It's
we
like,
were driving,
like I'm in
right
some
up the
Bukowski
Pacific Coast
novel.
Highway through the Pismo Beach.
Yeah.
It's this area where there's these big rocks that stick up out of the water along the coast.
Yeah.
Looks like just big rocks laid in.
Wow.
Yeah, and you're just going up the coast, and yeah, it feels great out there.
Come on, guys, send us some money. Come on. Or if you live out there, say, come on, stay with me. I'll send you a plane ticket. I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go to California. Can't afford it, but
No, I couldn't afford to live there either. I know. I can't. I know. We're such nickel and dimers here in the lame old area.
It sucks.
I know. It sucks. That's why New York City was so awesome. All the answers were right at my fingertips, and I had to go because I can't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, the only
Everything
way.
I wanted to do, I could have achieved within a year, but it's like you just can't afford it. It slips away. You go, no. It's like showing up a day late and $1 short, and you go, God damn.
Yeah. It does definitely suck in that sense.
Yeah, but it's the answer. That's why I know the key to life is money.
Yeah. Everything's just so expensive right now. It's just it
Now,
really
across
sucks.
the board is expensive.
It
I know.
really sucks.
Yeah,
And the thing is, a lot of it's price gouging. You can tell because there's other stuff that's not like that.
this is true. Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of tell. Like, I was just when I got my tires, I was just at Sam's Club. You can see what's going on at Sam's. Sam's Club's a good example because you buy things in bulk. You go, okay, I get it. Wow. This giant bag of pecans is awfully expensive.
Right.
But this toilet paper, this big thing of toilet paper, kind of believable. Oh yeah, that's kind of believable for these sweatshirts from Pakistan. Look pretty nice. Those TVs from China, those look pretty affordable. is actually pretty affordable. But there's certain things you go, wow, why are the nuts so expensive? You know, or the beef prices were like, holy crap.
Yeah, beef's been really expensive.
I can't even afford a steak anymore.
No, I used to like to get once in a while. I'd just get some like the roast beef or something like that, just for making sandwiches or something. You know?
Yeah, no, beef's unattainable now.
It's $10 for a little like quarter pound of roast beef or whatever.
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah.
Like I thought, like it was like what ham got expensive. Ham was like
Ham's kind of coming back
$5-6.
down.
Yeah, ham's coming down a little bit. Luckily, the bologna's still cheap.
Yeah, and chicken's right on par. That's why I live on chicken. So chicken's pretty on par.
Yeah, chicken's held relatively stable. At Wegmans, I get the $15 bag with like 8 or 10.
Yeah, and just buy the breast or whatnot. Yeah,
breast.
I mean it fluctuates, but it's not cuckoo.
No, I mean unfortunately, it's like $15 for the bag of chicken breast, where normally it would have been $9.
Sure. Yeah, I've been seeing them about there. We're back down. We're about to 12.
Yeah?
Yeah, 11, 12, depending on your weight.
That'd
But
be good.
it's
like a couple of years
beef
ago.
Beef, a good steak, out of the question.
Yeah, and I don't eat
and
a lot.
burger, a pre-wrapped burger. I was getting at Wegmans we're talking at least $2.25 a patty.
Oh yeah, a patty. Yeah,
a patty.
Which if you get a 4-pack, you're talking like over $10.
Right.
For 4 burgers.
Yeah, I was buying the 6-packs. Yeah, the 6-pack was $15.99, and you go for 6 fucking burgers.
Because I remember it used to be like we would just be like, oh, we'll grab some burgers, whatever.
Yeah, you'd buy a row of them. They'd be in a bag of.
Now it's like
25 of them.
If you're like, oh, I'm going to do a cookout, $70.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, no cookout anymore. No. And then I was thinking, well, maybe we could cut corners. How much is turkey burgers? No, it was only $1 cheaper than beef.
Yeah.
I know. I thought maybe turkey burgers would be the answer. Nah, sorry.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Anyway, we're getting off on a rant about things.
You betcha.
Well, you betcha, indeed.
You had something you want to run by me?
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of topics I wrote down.
All
right, history, hyenas. I guess real quick. So did you see that Steelers-Ravens game, Ben?
What? Yeah. Sure.
You got it on the DVR. Well, that was an important game because we were tied with the Ravens. They're in our conference.
Yeah, we're Steelers guys. Steelers, yeah, and they made it through.
They made it through. They beat the Ravens, so we're up 1 game on them, which makes us the leaders in our conference right now. Our conference is Steelers, Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, we're just the best of the worst.
Yeah, but we're the
least shitty option.
We were neck and neck with Baltimore there.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, here's a topic. I just watched a little Netflix documentary, a documentary, if you will.
Innocuous-mentary.
Yeah, it's just one of those sort of documentaries some dude just throws together or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's not like an official thing. It was about the Nickelback hate.
Really?
Yeah. Now, this turned out to be not very factual, but it was a good sort of like reset.
Did they explain what incensed it?
Yeah.
And what was there a reason? Because I'm telling you, other than their songs over the years, but I've seen them live. We opened for them 1 year, and they're killer. They're absolutely killer.
Yeah.
In their heyday, they're the best bands on the whole festival. They sounded amazing.
Yeah, and lately,
they rocked.
Yeah, lately, like
I never understood it. Other than their songs got a little formulaic as time went on, but I mean, no worse than any other band that would get formulaic.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think they're great. They have good guitar sound. I'd love to hear a band that sounds like that nowadays, just with a good raw guitar.
Yeah, they've got songs I hate.
Was it Canadian Vitriol? Was it because they weren't American?
Songs I love. No, I think it was
because they didn't do anything bad. They didn't have bad performance. It's not like how they hate Puddle of Mud guy got attacked because he stinks.
Yeah.
But
because he had some bad public drunken freakouts and assaulting a fan.
But there's none of that with Nickelback. Nickelback didn't deserve. I don't think they deserved. Other than what he married Avril Lavigne for a short time.
Did he? They didn't even mention that.
Oh yeah, he did. But that was only for 2 years. But that was way after the Vitriol.
Yeah, no, everything you say is true. It is. There is really nothing wrong with them. Like I say, they got some songs I hate. They got some songs that are like, this is a dope song. Always great mixes.
Yeah, the mixes were fucking
top-notch mixes. I mean, they were and probably still are the top Canadian band.
Yeah.
Like, other than Rush, name me a Canadian band that's as big as them. You know, it's like, so they had the best producers, the best studios. Their shit sounded really good.
Why did people hate them? Did somebody was there a joke in a movie or a joke in a Okay.
It was.
Really?
It was. It was Colin Quinn's show, Tough Crowd.
Oh, Tough Crowd, really?
Brian Posehn.
Brian Posehn? Oh, man, I like everyone involved. I like Posehn. He's great.
They were talking about, there was, some report that that was saying that, like, heavy metal lyrics influence people to become violent or whatever.
Sure.
And Brian Posehn's a metal guy.
Sure.
And he's like, Nickelback lyrics make me want to punch someone, So he made some joke about that. And apparently the people at Comedy Central that was airing Tough Crowd at the time thought it was funny and liked it. So they used that joke in the promos promoting Tough Crowd. So it got run like 22 times a day.
Oh, no.
And so everybody saw it, so it started to just become a thing.
Is it like like when Metallica threw the darts at the Kip Winger on the dartboard in the video?
Yeah.
One of those. Or like when Beavis and Butthead would rip on somebody, they either were...
Well, Winger's another one.
Yeah.
Winger got slagged on for a lot.
Yeah.
Like Holmberg actually had Winger in the studio a couple of years ago and was talking to him. Nobody's ever got a bad thing to say about Kip Winger. By all accounts,
I hear he's a great fella.
He's a great guy. He's really nice
talented.
and humble. And Holmberg was talking to him about it. And Holmberg was like, "Why did you guys get, tarred so badly?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "We didn't do anything. It's the same reason with Nickelback. People just decided, they had a certain amount of success, so it makes you a target, right?
Yeah.
So people always like to, take the legs out from under, knock the pillars out from under.
And maybe some hipster somewhere decides that you're part of the establishment and you get a little. But how come like somebody like who clearly has douche chills doesn't get the vitriol? Why doesn't like Bret Michaels get the douche chills?
Or even like Vanilla Ice sort of did, but
yeah, or like Creed kind of does, but
once again, I hear Bret Michaels is the nicest guy.
Sure.
And he's still out there doing his thing.
Right. Yes. Yeah, I guess he's a cool guy. I'd like to hang with him.
Because there was somebody. It was like I think it was Steve-O.
Okay. Yeah.
Steve-O was like talking to like Adam Ray, and they mentioned him, and I think Steve-O had just Steve-O was like, Bret Michaels is the nicest guy. Every time I see him, he's fun because I don't think he drinks that much anymore or anything like that. So he's real present. He just likes to hang out with people and have a good time. And he's out there banging chicks and being a rock star.
Yeah. Because he's highly diabetic, so he has to be healthy.
Yeah.
But why Nickelback though? Why did
I think it was just because they were so successful. So they had this album that dropped on September 1st, 2001. And it had one of these biggest hits on it that was, like the song of the year and everything. They're winning all the awards. In the early 2000s, they got so big. They were ubiquitous everywhere.
And was it? Do you think the being Canadian incensed it, or are they?
Not really. I think it was like 6 or 7 years later, 07, 08, people just started what do they call it? Like when people are just against something just because it's so popular. Mm-hmm. Not slapback. What is it? The what's the term?
Pile on.
No, but it's like that. It's like a negative reaction to it just because it's popular.
Yeah.
Because everybody's into it or whatever.
Yeah, just some pop culture vitriol. When something reaches a certain level, everyone turns against it because it's like overexposed.
It's like imagine back in the day when you were in high school, if you had like 8 different people during the course of the day all being like, did you see that movie? That movie's great. And after a while you'd be like, you know what? Fuck that movie. I'm never going to watch that movie because I'm sick of hearing about that movie.
Or how about when we were kids? Yeah, we'd like a band, and then if that band got popular, we would stop listening to them.
That's it.
Like I remember a point when I stopped listening to like Bon Jovi, and I stopped listening to like Def Leppard because it was just like, this is out of control.
Yeah, the first 2 Bon Jovi albums, you're like, yeah, these guys are pretty good. And then,
it's fine. It is what it is.
Then they're all over MTV all the time, and you're like, all right. I'm sick of the Bon Jovi.
Yeah, and here we go. Yeah, Def Leppard was the same way. They were kind of cool at first, and then all of a sudden it turned into this thing.
Yeah, I always loved Def Leppard, and I was down with everything they did up until they started being an arena rock band, which I still love Def Leppard. I love the guys in Def Leppard. Those guys are still out there doing it,
I bet
still
they're
killing
nice guys. I bet they'd be a fun hang, and they're all right. They seem like good eggs.
They are, yeah. I've seen like interviews with like Phil Collin, and he's the nicest guy.
I got no problem with him.
And Joe Elliott's funny as hell. I've heard him talking to like Carvey and Spade. I think he was on Fly on the Wall.
Yeah.
Great guy. It's kind of like the Iron Maiden guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I guess we drop things when they get popular too, and I guess that's kind of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't really happen much with TV and movies as much as it does bands, because I think every kid, every person likes music. They take their music personally.
Yeah.
And it becomes a soundtrack to your life. So when that point in time that you cherish so much, it gets bastardized into some corny cornball thing, you know.
But it's also, they were talking in this Nickelback sort of quasi-documentary about the fact that at the time, in the 2000s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
it was a monoculture.
Yeah.
We were all watching the same TV channels, the cable stuff,
true.
the movies, the music. We all heard the same stuff. We all had the same stuff going on. And so that's why I think it was just, Nickelback was so pervasive and everywhere. They were the band for like I said, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yep.
That people just started, reacting negatively to them just because they were sick of it, overexposure and whatever.
Yeah.
That's it. Never any real reason. But they were saying at the end, the irony of it all is, Nickelback is still around.
Yeah.
They're still putting out albums, they're still touring, and they're still doing it. Where most of those bands from the early 2000s are all gone.
This is true, or at least they're at a club level. Like, you know what I mean? They've deflated. I mean, other than like Nickelback, Korn maybe, but yeah, and Limp Bizkit kind of, but
Korn's still around. Yeah, Limp Bizkit just came back.
But other than that, yeah, all those other ones that were kind of getting there, like even like a Seven Dust, who was killer, are still kind of a weird theater club level. You know, they're not really or Non-Point or something like that. You go.
I mean, Seven Dust is
really
equal to
that big.
Dokken, where it's like people in the genre, everybody knows them.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a bunch of songs from them.
Yeah.
But the mainstream, you ask anybody who's outside that genre, they've never heard of them. Back in the day, like all the musicians and metal people, you know who Dokken was. Anybody outside that, they don't know who Dokken is. But they know who Van Halen is, they know who Motley Crue is, they know who Scorpions are. Like those were bands that like everybody knew, whether you were into that genre or not.
Yeah. You'd have to ask your ask Aunt Lisa if she knows this band, you know, or ask your black friend if they know them.
Right.
You know,
but it's like when your
your black friend go, I never heard of Dokken, but they've heard of Motley Crue.
Yeah, but when your grandma knows who they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like the grandma's like, oh, I saw that Metallica. And you're like, geez, you saw Metallica? Oh, they were on the Grammys.
Yeah.
Grammy
My
watching
grandmother
the
would be like, oh, look at that Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, yeah. That's another one. Like, is he still around anymore?
Yeah. He's sober and touring.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
New record.
Good. No, more power to him at that point.
He's just keeping a low profile. So what?
So the Nickelback thing. So
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one. That was on the Netflickers.
Yeah, it was just Netflix. It was something like, why does everybody hate Netflix? Or why does everybody hate
Well,
Nickelback?
that too.
I just looked on here and saw that. So something I wanted to ask you, real quick, just an update, check in. We haven't had this conversation in like 30 some years. Any ghost stories or encounters?
No.
Okay.
No, I've been kind of hoping for some because I've had some people pass on in the past 5 years, and I've been like, you know what? I've been really thinking as I get older. I've been waiting for the sign.
It's been way longer than 5 years.
Huh?
It's been way longer. Than 5 years.
Yeah, but you're waiting for this sign. I'm waiting for the old. Maybe I'll get some little twinge. Maybe I'll see. And it's beyond the old corny red cardinal. I'm beyond that. I'm talking like, I need like.
Well, that was the whole Harry Houdini thing.
Yeah.
Because Harry Houdini had told his wife, like, if there is an afterlife, I'll make contact with you on Halloween 1 year after the Halloween 1 year after my death, or something like that. So she used to have seances every Halloween.
Yeah. No, I haven't
came
had
to it?
anything paranormal happen. Nothing.
Okay.
I although maybe I'm not tuned in. Maybe my brain's gotten a little hardened over the years, so I'm not susceptible to it. I don't know, but I'm all up for it.
Yeah, I've never had anything, but then again, I've never really gone looking for it.
Yeah, and I haven't really been anywhere where it's kind of spook. The last spook I had was when we were looking at houses like 9 years ago, and we went to this basement of this one that was kind of right around off A Street there. Nice house, good affordable. And then we got down to the basement, and my daughter came down, and she's like, Dad, do you feel that? And I was like, whoa. And you felt this basement had this weird, like, we got to get out of here. Like
Made you jumpy?
Yeah, like you felt like I got to get out of here. But other than that, that was about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I haven't really had anything paranormal. I wish. I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never
Because I
had
lean on
anything.
a skeptic, but I'm all up for impress me.
Yeah, I mean, you and I had always been like, yeah, like Sure, show me something. Show me a UFO. Show me a ghost. You know,
Yeah.
show
yeah,
me
I'm
something
all-
interesting.
Yeah, your Bigfoot stories sound great, but can you give me something other than a tree knock?
You know, and honestly, man, and I think I've said this before. Once they came out with like everybody's got a camera in their pocket and stuff, I thought we'd get a lot more better UFO and Bigfoot footage. And I watched that Paranormal Caught on Camera show. I recorded on my Sling on the DVR. And I go through it. I just fast forward stuff. I watch the clip and I'm like, that's dumb. Dude, if I got to watch one more grainy security cam footage.
Yeah, of a chair moving.
Those ones are actually the good ones.
Here goes your EVPs.
Those, the chair moving stuff are the good ones. Like there's a lot of interesting ones at like hospitals in the middle of the night and stuff like that. And it's like a wheelchair just moves itself and then like goes and opens the door and goes out. And you're like, what is happening? Those are at least interesting. It's the ones where it's like, it's some shaky camera video and it's like a shadow back here in the woods moving. And they're like, look, see right there? And it's like, no. I see a shadow in a shadow is what I see.
Yeah, like dark spots. Yeah, I don't buy that. Or the old dust in front of the camera thing where they go,
oh no, you know what they do?
that's a light.
Somebody's filming and then they whip pan like this. As they pan, they'll be like in the middle of the pan, they're like, see here, there's a shadow figure. It's like, really? If this is the best we got,
yeah,
come on.
By now, yeah. And as far as the Bigfoot, if you haven't found the Bigfoot, come on. I mean, with thermal devices, come on.
You know, the thinking now is that Bigfoot is an interdimensional being.
That's preposterous.
Or the other thinking is, this goes back to the ancient aliens.
Cold-blooded?
No, it's the thinking that the Sasquatches are the native Earth primate life form, if left to its own devices. That's where it evolved to. And that we were genetically manipulated by aliens.
Oh, well, that's a theory. Back in our young stoner days, that was always my theory, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down with that theory.
That one's gaining a lot more acceptance now.
Oh, yeah. Well, Carl used to say that. Yeah, and I'd be like, I know, it's not. We'd be like, all right, Carl, all right now. But, no, it's plausible. Yeah, that's the one, genetic manipulation, you know.
Well, that's almost like assured.
Yeah.
Because, like, even, you know, you watched Ancient Aliens, right?
Sure, I've seen pretty much all of them.
Yeah, well, the first season's good. It's got a lot of good stuff. I mean, you know, they're stretching it for a while there. They're like werewolves and UFOs, and it's like, no, come on.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Like vampires and aliens, like, no, come on.
Yeah.
No.
Could it be?
Yeah, like the Loch Ness Monster and the Greys.
Yeah.
No, there's no
Yeah, and they're
connection
trying to find connective tissue, and they just go, could it be that those... yeah.
there. Ancient astronaut theorists believe. They're like, oh, boy.
Yeah, ancient astronaut theorists. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very unlikely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just disappointed that we haven't gotten better footage.
You're right.
Now, there is some great footage that we have gotten. You know, like that footage of that UFO over the, what's the place in Jerusalem, the Wailing Wall?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, and there's...
Did you ever see that alien footage of the light that comes down?
But then with the advent of drones, you never know what's going on now.
No, this was slightly before that. Have you seen this footage?
Possibly.
They have it from 7 different angles. People in 7 different places were filming on their cell phones because it's this light that's just hovering there above the temple on the mount.
Oh yeah. It's like it has a copper top on it.
Yes. It's where King David's or King Solomon's temple was, and now it's a mosque or something like that. So there's this light hovering above it. So people are like, oh, they're filming it. Then the light descends down to right on top of it. Then there's 2 bright flashes, and then it takes off. They got it from 7 different angles. Like, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's some interesting footage, you know. So there is good stuff out there. But boy, I really would have thought there would be a lot more, especially like Bigfoot sort of stuff.
Yeah, I would have thought, because with the hype of Bigfoot, especially in the early, like 2015s to about 2020, there was a lot of Bigfoot. Yeah,
because they were doing a show, they were doing movies.
It was everywhere. So I would have thought some of these dumbass rednecks...
Somebody's going to get something.
Yeah, I thought rednecks with heat cams. Come on, you're out there.
Even the trail cams.
Trail cams, yeah. Why don't they put heat detection things on trail cams?
Well, the trail cams have a motion detector.
Yeah.
So it only takes a picture or starts the video if something wanders into frame or whatever.
It's a no-brainer. Or even just to fly over in a helicopter or a glider or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know. I mean, if they could from a satellite fucking see how many people were in Osama bin Laden's house before they blew it up, they show people walking around from doorway to doorway. You could see people moving like ants.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Come
it's a
on.
thermal.
Yeah, and you can't tell me you can't go zoom that into the Washington woods and show me some heat signatures?
You'd think.
Yeah.
All right. So that's that. I just want to ask you about that real quick. Let's run down some TV shows real quick. Did you know that there is a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air remake?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
It doesn't interest me.
I watched the first couple episodes.
No way. You got more than one episode in?
Yeah.
Does it stink?
No, not terribly.
Do you have... Okay, let me ask you this. As a standalone show, forget the lore of the old Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's just say a standalone show. Worthy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Why do they even need then? You know, it's kind of like when they redid that Archie thing and made it dark that my daughter was watching. That Archie.
Riverdale?
Riverdale, yeah. They made a dark version of Archie, yeah.
Well,
why even need Why even need that?
Well, I think the Riverdale thing was just because they've been messing around with it in comics.
Yeah.
In the comic books. And so they started to do crossovers.
Yeah.
Like they were doing Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Archie and the Gang or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole reimagined from a different timber point of view kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, Kevin
so
Smith
Fresh
used to
Prince
talk
of
about
Bel-Air.
So the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it's not a comedy. It's like an hour-long drama sort of thing. So it's the same setup, but it's a lot more grittier sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right? So the kid's in Philadelphia. He ends up getting, like his friend is getting picked on by some local drug dealer guy. And so then our guy sort of stands up to the drug dealer guy, shows him up in front of other people. And so he's feeling all full of himself. Drug dealer guy's going to kill him. So word on the street is that next time he sees him, he's going to kill him. So his mom sends him out to L.A. to live with Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. And then his buddy ends up getting shot back in Philly. You know, and he gets the phone call or whatever, you know. I don't think he dies. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so it's like, so Uncle Phil's like running for district attorney or something like that. So it's all bigger. The house is bigger. You know, everything's amplified. You know, but it is well done. Like Carlton actually has
I was going to ask about Carlton.
Carlton has a secret amphetamine addiction going on, or Molly or something like that. I don't know. He's got some sort of white powdery drug thing going on that nobody knows about.
What about the sister, the older sister?
She's actually cool. She's actually nice to him, and she's like helpful and useful.
Okay.
And the younger one.
What about an Aunt Viv? Is there an Aunt Viv in there?
Yeah, there's the Aunt Viv in there, which I guess is the sister of his mother.
Oh, okay.
So Uncle Phil doesn't even want him there.
Oh, well.
Uncle Phil's all like he's just gonna be a street kid, and he's not hip on him being there, but he's all trying to be like voted in for district attorney or something like that.
Right. So maybe look good for his election campaign.
Right.
To take in his,
It's not a good look. The optics aren't good, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they're always having fancy parties at the house,
Okay.
for donations and stuff.
I mean,
and so then Carlton and Will, I guess, they go to the boarding school together. And it turns out at school, Carlton's big man on campus. He's super popular. Everybody likes him. He's friends with everybody, And so Will comes in thinking, he's like, I was pretty badass in my neighborhood. And he just, every time he tries to look cool, he looks like a fool. And Carlton's like, you need to get on board. I'll tell you what to do to get in with these people. And he's like, I'm not going to change to impress these people. It's one of those sort of things.
But I don't know if I'd like it. It seems like an extremely big waste of time.
But it's all well done. It's all well done. It looks good. The actors are all good. It's sort of entertaining. You kind of get sucked into it a bit,
Yeah.
Like I would definitely watch more episodes. I mean, at this point, because I'm still sort of finding out about the world or whatever. I haven't.
But of all the things to watch, why that?
I know. Well, that's. I stumbled across it, and then I was like, oh, this exists. I had no idea. And I'm like, how is this actually? So I flipped it on just to kind of see what it was like.
It's kind of like, you got to do a how'd this get made kind of thing. And you go,
okay,
now I see why it got made. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So it didn't have too many holes. It wasn't as bad as one would think.
No, and actually not bad at all. I mean, it's sort of very different than the old, comedic sitcom.
But if you forget about that, the only
it's the same setup, same story.
same premise, but done as a drama.
Oh, and so for the Jazzy Jeff part, he ends up being the Uber driver that drives him when he lands in L.A. He gets an Uber out to the house.
Oh yeah.
That he's like he connects with the Uber driver. He makes friends with him on the ride. So that's the Jazzy Jeff part.
Oh, I see.
That's his friend Jeff now, Jeff, whatever.
Jeff, yeah, sure.
So he always turns up. So when Will's like, I'm getting out of here, and he's like, Jeff, pick me up out front, and then Jeff comes to pick him up, and then Uncle Phil will come out and be like, Jeff, get out of here, and he's like, all right, I'm leaving, So,
Oh wow.
So it's almost like you get the same beats, but it's a different feel to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So you'd kind of recommend it if you have extra time?
I mean, I've only seen like two, maybe 2.5 episodes of it, but it's well done. It's not bad.
Okay. All right.
It's actually more watchable than the old sitcom.
Yeah.
But it makes the old sitcom look like a goofy caricature cartoon clown show.
Well, it was. Yeah, it was goofy.
Man, is it ever compared to this.
Yeah.
Because the tone's more serious, it looks good,
All right, lay one more on me.
So that one's interesting. How you doing on Interior Chinatown? I'm digging Interior Chinatown.
I'm at episode 4.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. I got you.
Yeah, I'm at episode 4. I'm gonna bail on it in a little bit.
No, stick with it. Because we were at 4 too. We just did like 2 episodes like last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, we'll talk about this off camera, but all right. I mean, I'm into it because I like all the parties involved. It's just not making sense of why it's like this.
But that's what's making it interesting to me. It's like, what does it all mean? How is this all going together?
Yeah, it's like, is he in some kind of alternate universe playing on top of the real universe?
But in the next couple of episodes, you kind of see sort of like pushing on the walls a little bit, and you're kind of like, whoa, what is going on here? It's really interesting. I'm finding it sort of like a mystery in that sense. I'm loving the performances and the characters and everything. I'm very much enjoying it.
It is original. It's original thought. I'll give it that.
Yeah. It's sort of...
I can't even explain it. I'd love to explain to the people how it...
It's on Hulu Disney. It's called Interior Chinatown. Go check it out.
Yeah.
And then hit us up in the comments and let me know what you think.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. I mean, you definitely got to give it a couple episodes, But I'm enjoying it. It's fun. So now, have you seen... This is on Netflix. It's called The Beast in Me.
No, I got a bookmark, though.
Yeah, we just finished all that.
You finished it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we're still up to snuff with Pluribus. We're doing Pluribus, which is great.
Yeah. I'll definitely recommend I saw the first episode of Pluribus. I haven't gone to doing any more. I've been sort of busy this week. Editing was a bit of a handful this past week. The Beast in Me, definitely good. Put it on the list.
Claire Danes is always good.
She's good. The other dude that's in it, all the people that are in it are real good. It's interesting. It's sort of like, total character sort of piece and the story. And once again, you're not sure where it's going or what it's doing, but it keeps it interesting and it keeps you engaged.
Okay.
So that one's good. I'm behind on Dairy. I haven't watched the last.
Oh, I'm caught up. Yeah. They're on. Yeah, it's getting.
I think I'm 1 ep behind.
Yeah, there's one more to go. Next week is the finale.
Is that 6? The 6th one?
7. Well, I've seen 6. Then there's 7 as the final.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm behind one on that, like that.
It's heating up.
Have you checked out the Chad Powers on Disney Hulu?
No.
It's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a football thing. It's like a guy who like messes up bad in a game, and then like his name is Mud, and so he ends up putting on some prosthetics and trying out for this college team in Georgia, and he gets on the team, and now he's got to try and keep up the whole ruse. And the kid that's the mascot for the team actually somehow finds out about it, and he's like, all right, I'm going to help you just because I think this is interesting and I want to see where this goes, So it's good. It's good. Good writing. Steve Zahn's the head coach.
Yeah, I know that's getting good reviews, so okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm only like halfway through it or whatever, but it's fun. It's nice. It's got a good tone. It's funny, Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dig it. And then, so coming up soon in January, you watch Game of Thrones, right?
Well, yeah.
The new spin-off guy is coming
Oh, yeah, the new one.
January 18th, which is
100 years before Game of Thrones.
right.
So is this going to have the Mad King in it?
No, well, yeah, sort of essentially because, well, not the Mad King that you're thinking of.
But all right, well, so we're 100 years before, so it'd be 2 generations before.
Well, it's based on the novels of the Adventures of Dunk and Egg. So Egg is young Aegon Targaryen, right? Who ends up being the old man at the what is it, Fort Black Fort. Remember when Jon Snow gets up there, the old man who's blind?
Yeah.
That's old man Aegon Targaryen. That's who's Egg. So maybe 100 years. That sort of thing.
Okay.
Time's different than years. Anyway. It's not directly about the struggle for who controls the throne or the dragons fighting.
Yeah.
It's not that highfalutin. So it should be a little bit more enjoyable. It's essentially like A Knight's Tale, where, Duncan, who's a squire, ends up, pretending to be a knight fighting.
Right. He's got to earn his way up the peck order and trying to become a knight.
Yep.
Yeah. So the story seems a little more simplified. It's not some grandiose conspiracy and
everything's hanging in the balance. Yeah.
Yeah. No. This is just a vignette.
I'm sort of interested to see what they do.
Yeah,
with
as long as it's a little bit more. Yeah, it's not so multi-leveled. I'm sure I'm sure there's connective tissue, but I'm hoping they keep it a little,
Yeah.
not quite as intense.
Yeah, exactly. Not as intense. That's.
But don't scrimp us on effects either.
No, actually, it
They got full budget?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, HBO did not want Game of Thrones to end.
All right.
That was not their call.
As long as there's budget there.
Yeah, it looks good from what I've seen, the little bit that I've seen. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's next month. So that should be fun. We talked about soda pop for breakfast. Here's a concept that occurred to me today.
What?
Algorithm pollution.
Algorithm pollution. Well, that would be AI, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm thinking about it in terms so I'm on YouTube, right? Scrolling through YouTube, I got my usual algorithmic stuff that I click on. So so it's giving me more of what it knows I like.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you randomly get some sort of video. If something catches your eye and you're like, oh, what's this? And you click on it, And it ends up being some random YouTuber talking about some other videos and something that's going on that's a thing on social media that I don't know anything about or whatever.
Sure.
But some part of it caught my eye, so now I'm watching that. So now that is in my algorithm. And the algorithm takes this random thing that I just clicked on randomly and puts it in the algorithm. So now I start getting more of this sort of shit.
Yeah.
Even if it's stuff that I don't like or I'm not interested in.
Yeah, if you were to click on, how to make a pot pie, you're going to start all of a sudden, an hour later, you got another pot pie one and
or how
another
to make
baking video.
Baking videos, yeah. Next thing you know, it's like you're inundated with
It's like that on Facebook. Like, that wallet looks cool, and you click on it. Next thing you know, I got 15 wallet ads.
Exactly. So I'm coining the term algorithm pollution.
Yeah, it's getting to be a little much, but I like to think that they're flooding the zone, but I like to think that maybe they're just trying to. Right now, it's almost like they're shooting an elephant gun. I'd like to think that they're going to laser beam it better. As AI and the algorithm gets smarter as the years go on, they'll really know me.
Well, it's like, I guess there's no way for them to really differentiate between just like watching a video and actually liking it and wanting more of it. I guess it's supposed to be when you give it the thumbs up or whatever. But when you give it a thumbs up or like on a video or something like that, all of a sudden it's tied to you forever.
That's true. That's true.
It's like then all of a sudden you start getting notifications like, someone commented on the video that you liked. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I literally don't care.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, YouTube's very notorious for that.
It's weird.
Facebook's really like that. Yeah, they all are. They're all just trying to integrate.
All right, and then also, since we're there, why is algorithm spelled ALGORITHM when the word rhythm is spelled RHYTHM?
I don't know, but I like the word algorithm is spelled more properly than the word rhythm. It's the dumbest spelling. I can't spell it. Thank God for phones.
I know.
But on its own, I can't spell it. I just know there's no vowels.
Yeah.
That's the only one I go, okay, where's the Y go? R-H.
R-H-Y-T-H-M.
Yeah. Yeah, that word always annoyed me and perplexed me. I was like, come on, really?
Yeah, because when I look at algorithm, R-I-T-H-M, I'm just like, it's so wrong but so close. When do you ever get a T-H-M in English?
No, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's funny. Well, everyone's I know calls it just the algo, and says, "Oh, call it the algo."
Right.
Pretty soon, it's going to be the word rhythm is going to be out the door. You know, it's kind of like saying we don't say rhythm and blues, we say R&B.
Most people do.
Yeah. So I think time will truncate that.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely. All right. The only other thing I just wanted to mention. Have you ever seen, it's on Netflix. It's ESPN had these little mini documentaries that they would do called 30 for 30.
No.
They did one on OJ.
O.J. Simpson?
Yeah, it was a 3-parter.
Pre-murder?
They cover a lot. It's a really good documentary. It's on Netflix.
Do they mention the murder, or is this all about his sports career?
They mention about his sports career. They mention about how he penetrated white society and being an acceptable black personality, parlayed his sports career into acting and being very well known.
Oh yeah,
the
he
Hertz
was the ultimate
ads,
brand for a while. If you
all
take
that
the
sort of
murder
stuff.
out of it, he would have.
Then the murder, then the chase. How the chase and the coverage of the chase changed the way news was covered.
This is true.
And then all of a sudden you had a whole bunch of car chase videos being covered by helicopters.
It also was the social change of you can buy your defense.
That's
public.
That's the next part.
The public interest, or not interest, the public.
The whole trial spectacle thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
the trial.
That's the third part.
And yeah, it's like alternate facts. It's all how you look at it. Do the drug gloves fit? Do they not fit? You know, and it's all how defenses and prosecutorials present it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fascinating documentary. And that first part
change everything.
is all about OJ. That second part is all about the media and how that change, it kicked off the 24-hour news cycle sort of thing.
It did kick off the 24. Yeah, because it was on constantly. And it was also, I don't know about you, but that was the first time I remember anything court related we just didn't hear about. You know what I mean? You might see a blurb on Cronkite or something like that. They'd be like, okay, so-and-so was in this thing.
Big celebrity
But this
trial.
was day by day by day by day.
But that's why it goes
maybe
from-
the Berkowitz thing was, remember the subway shooter Berkowitz?
The subway shooter was Bernie Getz.
Bernie Getz, yeah. I remember the Bernie Getz kind of feeling the same way, but not quite nearly as blown up.
Well, I think because that was like, I don't think they had cameras in the courtroom.
Right.
I remember seeing sketches,
Yeah, you're right.
courtroom
You're
sketches at the time.
And but that was also too. It made everyone have water cooler talk on what would you do.
Yeah.
You know, that was the what would you do moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that sort of stuff going on at the time. But I just wanted to mention that one because that's a really interesting documentary, 3-part documentary series.
You think OJ did it?
It's on Netflix. Yeah. So go check it out. Check it out. Do I think OJ did it? Yeah.
I think 100%.
I think 100% OJ did it.
Yeah.
Because his actions shortly thereafterwards
Yeah.
are very suspicious.
Yeah.
And if he were innocent, that he would not have acted that way in like half a dozen situations.
No. And then remember the movie If I Did It? Remember he did that?
I remember he put out like a book.
He made a documentary on If I Did It.
Did he?
Yes.
Why?
Because he wanted to vindicate himself.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
And
yeah,
he made up a character like a Charlie or something. He goes, the devil's name is Charlie, and if Charlie came this way and did, it's like, dude, he pretty much admits everything right there.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm wearing sunglasses. You can't see how raised my eyebrows are.
Yeah, Charlie.
Like,
yeah.
really?
You should look that one up. That is fascinating.
Is that like his self-produced documentary or something
Yes,
like that?
and it's fascinating because it's pretty much an admittance, but he did it on his own, and
I've seen him like in bits of interviews and stuff like that, where where he spins these like fake yarns of like, well, if somebody did it, it would have been like, and it's like, it's just all bullshit coming out of his mouth.
I know. It's wild.
It's clearly bullshit.
And it's a snapshot into his weird narcissism and his whole ego and his whole...
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's plain to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Fascinating.
It is fascinating. So, the 30 for 30 OJ doc on Netflix. Just search OJ or search 30 for 30. Because normally it's on ESPN or whatever.
Yeah.
But, and I thought they had them all on Disney, ESPN, but they don't. And then I was like, where can you stream it? Netflix. And I looked it up, and it's on Netflix.
Oh, okay. All right,
So,
there we go. Well, we got to do a Shlicketty review. What do we got this week on the Shlicketty?
This week on the Shlicketty DooCast, we are doing... No, we did the machine last week.
Did we do the machine last week?
We did the machine last week.
Oh, yeah, we're doing Unfrosted.
We're doing Unfrosted.
Unfrosted. And for those of you catching this, out next Thursday.
Yep.
And next week, we're filming, we'll do the Christmas one.
Oh, is it that time already?
Yeah, but I don't have anything prepared. Christmas has beat me down, so maybe we'll just have a Christmas-themed show. We're not going to go extravaganza.
No.
We'll just go Christmas-themed show. And
we'll just hit on some Christmas topics.
Topics, maybe throw an ugly sweater on and call it a day.
I'll bring my Santa hat.
Yeah, we'll just go there. We'll just keep it light, and we won't even change the backdrop.
Did you ever get a good Santa hat?
Well, I had the one from last year. It had the it's got chicken wire inside it, so it's got shape.
Oh, nice.
It's nice and long.
Yeah, I wear mine. I picked up a couple of years ago. I don't know why. The girlfriend said something about it, so I got like a 2-pack off Amazon. They're pretty good. The girlfriend wears it around the house all the time because she's always cold. And it does pretty good,
Yeah.
It does pretty good at keeping your head warm.
Yeah. So anyway. We'll do it.
So next week will be the 18th. Because we're going to go down to 1020, I believe, on the 17th, Wednesday. They're showing Elf. They're doing an Elf screening.
Sure. Okay.
Just something to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably watch it a couple times this year before the year's out.
Yeah. I mean, I
always do.
I've seen it. I watched Elf so many times back when it first came out. Like, I've got it.
Yeah.
But it'd just be fun to get out and see it with a group of people or whatever. Laughing in a group.
There we go.
Why not? So I guess so then if that's the 18th, then we want to do...
Well, we don't have to bore them with it.
No, you're right, because then the following week on the Thursday is the Christmas.
It's Christmas.
So we're going to have to record... We're going to record an episode on Christmas Eve then.
Yeah, or we might have to pull a first of the year. Yeah, we could do a snow day, or maybe just do it on Saturday or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. Time. All right, guys.
All right, so getting down to it. So like and subscribe. Thanks for watching all the way through. You guys are the cool kids. Share it with a friend. Get somebody else to watch. We'd like to, grow the audience. Send us an email. Say hi. Ask us a question. Tell us a cool story. Tell us a story.
Interact.
Interact. Tell us an interesting story or something like that. But
you betcha.
Yeah, it's always fun to hear from you guys. All right, see you next time.